The evening of August 28th was actually a pretty uneventful evening for a lot of you in the viewing area. Maybe you were spending the Sunday evening with family and friends, or maybe like my husband and I were doing, sitting on the porch and taking advantage of the cooling effect of a nice summer shower. But little did we realize that a lot of our friends to the south of us were actually struggling for their lives. Hi, welcome to Around the Town with Marilyn Forbes. Our friends in Connellsville Township and Bullskin really need our help, and we have found out that you folks out there who watch the show actually are very supportive and very generous of a lot of the other organizations and activities and events that we have covered in the past. So we're hoping that once again you realize that what you can do can make a difference for these folks. There's been many families here that are displaced, that have lost everything. And we're going to be meeting briefly with Connellsville's Mayor Greg Lincoln, who's going to tell us what we can do. And we're also going to be talking with Chip Rowan from the Connellsville Area Community Ministries about some donations. So please stay tuned. Okay, now I have with me now Connellsville's Mayor Greg Lincoln. And Greg, you've been very busy these last 48 hours, I know, answering questions and helping out. I'm sure all of our viewers out there want to know, first of all, what can they do?
Well, it's been overwhelming, the support that's come from all areas of our, all over the state have been offering assistance to our little town here in Connellsville. We have an abundant supply of cleaning supplies and water and those things that we needed initially at the beginning. So now what we're looking for now is monetary donations to help the flood relief fund that will go to help all the victims here in Connellsville and also in Bullskin. You can do that by going to the Connellsville Community Ministries downtown, or going online at their website and clicking a link and donating it over the internet. We are looking for contractors, electricians, anyone that can come down and help us restore power to these homes, fixing their electric boxes. The gas meters, we need those re-hooked up and made safe. We are going to need hot water tanks, washers and dryers, refrigerators, because right now there's a large pile of them right here that are all completely lost in this flood. And 30 of these homes down here do not have any insurance, any flood insurance whatsoever, so they are on their own, which that's not true, because we're here and we're working tirelessly to make sure that we find every assistance out there to help them through this time of need. It's amazing the amount of outpouring of support that we're getting from other municipalities here. The county's been kicking in. The state agencies that have come here have been unbelievable. Representative Ryan Warner has been here for the last 2 days and is entrenched and helping in every way he can. I mean, he was down at New Haven Hose doing helping pass out supplies and coming with me. And we're going on and we're just letting people know that it's not going to end this week. It's not going to end next week.
It's going to be a long time.
It's not going to be until every single one of these homes that can be saved, can be salvaged, and these people can get back home. That's when it's going to end. When we can come down here, and we're just going to Woodruff Park to see a softball game, not to come down to help a cleanup of somebody's home down here. It's a long process, but I can tell you, 2 days in, we have made an amazing progress on cleanup. We're now moving into these homes. They make sure they get all their wet carpets out. You have to cut out wherever the flood line is inside their house. We got to cut the drywall out. Have to get the insulation out. So there's all that maintenance that's going to need to happen and be fixed before we can move in furniture and put pictures on the wall again, and those types of things. So we're getting there. We've had our city council has been amazing. Every person has basically taken a role in what they want to do, and Councilman Karpiak's been doing the groundwork down here with the cleanup. Councilwoman Tazan has been going door to door and talking to the victims down here, what they want, signing them up, make sure they know that we're here, whatever they need. Councilman Keaty's been going around, and tonight he helped with the setup of all this, with all the food and collecting all that.
How wonderful!
That's the thing. We've had a lot of restaurants here. They're donating food every day. It's not even think about it. It's like where we take it. That's what's so nice about our community, is that in a time of need, we have all come together, no matter what what religion you are. If we're a Trump supporter or a Hillary Clinton supporter, we're side by side down here. There's no talk of that down here. Do you know what this talk is helping these people, getting them out of the mud and the dirt that they're in now. So I'm very grateful to everyone and everything that they've done for us so far.
Now we're here at Woodruff Park now, and we're actually by the pavilion area. Is this an area that people are bringing food to? Is this something so we can tell people to bring items to? Or
the issue we're having down here, and one of the reasons why we instituted a curfew, is because people would just continually drive through here because they want to see. They should really realize that they don't want to be those people. You don't ever want to be in that situation. So we don't need them down here. So So we are now having the curfew, enforcing it, making sure that only people who are down here are doing the cleanup effort or they're living here. So we don't want the cars to keep continually coming through here. So we're asking if they want to bring anything down here, we bring this to Pavilion. Will be our ground zero here for this area, for the food, for supplies. But the most important thing is we're telling these victims, the flood victims down here, to please reach out to us. Tell us. If you don't tell us what they need, we don't know, and we can't help. But we got volunteer after volunteer. We got the high school doing clothing drives, the kids doing school supplies a drive. We everything you can think of. We got kids doing bake sales and lemonade stand today in downtown. The Guyville cheerleaders and the high school Connellsville high school cheerleaders have teamed up together. They're going to be doing fundraising along our streets in 119, like a boot drive. So we got people in Uniontown doing fundraising for us. Mount Pleasant. I mean, everywhere around us. Dunbar was, they just recently. I can't believe it's been 3 years.
Yeah. Has it been 3 years already?
I think it's been 3 years. I think they said. I might be wrong on that, but they experienced exactly what these people did, and it was a night of horror for them down there. So they immediately. I mean, I don't know. It was 3 hours into this. We're already contacting us. Hey, we've been there, done that. We want to help because Connellsville, our community, helped Dunbar in their time of need when it came through, and
they're reaching out to you.
You know what I mean? That's what we do here. I mean, we want to help everyone, and so that's whether a big help this relief is Tuffy Schallenberger came in here Monday and said, "What do you need?" I mean, and the next thing you know, we have triaxles, machinery, manpower that have been working now for 2 days straight, doing nothing but clean up down here. They pulled all the debris from under the bridge over here, got all that wood out of there. And the thing is we're not just taking all this to the landfill. We're separating the wood and going to Superior Mulch. It's right here across the street.
Oh, wow.
All the metal that can be taken to the scrap yard, we're taking that to the scrap yard. So we're doing our effort to try to minimize what we're taking, but it's been overwhelming. Today they had the high school kids were down at the Cats Courts. It was one of my beloved projects that when I was on the recreation board that so many in our community. I tell everybody it was one of the last times that we had a community sport like this. If everybody came together to help us build that court for Catherine Healy, so we're going to work on getting that rebuilt because that she deserves to have her courts back. And we want to. One thing I was grateful for is that rock that was made has cat courts on it. Did not move an inch. There's a piece of fence over top of it. Did not move an inch. The sign that was made for her, the whole sign holder was made, did not get damaged. The pavilion for Callie Hamborski was saved. We lost the picnic tables. The floods did not take that pavilion down, so we're grateful for that. The $30,000 piece of playground equipment we put over there is still there. So
I even thought you guys must have anchored that in pretty good.
I have to tell you, we want to reach out to that company and tell them they did a job well done because they installed that correctly because we didn't lose it.
Now, I wanted to point out, too, I believe you said 65 homes overall here in Bullskin. Is that the total?
And no, there's up to 40 homes here affected, 80 to 120 out in Bullskin. We have 65 residents here that have been displaced. We started out with 57 out without power. I think we're down to almost 50 now. Our street lights have been energized tonight here, so that's one positive sign that we're getting cleaned up. 3 of the houses on the Dutch bottom side now have power. 2 on the Cummings Avenue side have power now. So that's our biggest goal. We have to get power to these people because that's how they're going to be able to do more maintenance, do maintenance inside. So we are looking for any kind of, if they don't want to donate a fan, but if they want to let us use a fan that people can put in their house to dry out, we're looking for fans. We definitely need fans from anyone that wants to bring them down for us to help with the cleanup process and the drying of their basements and everything like that. So
now I know you got to go because you got a lot of people waiting to talk to you here. But I did want to ask real quick. You said at the beginning you needed contractors and people like that. What about regular people just like me? I mean, can I just come and throw some boots on and some gloves?
We want any volunteer that wants to come down. We need them to come down. Please come. We will put you at someone's house. Now the hardest part of this cleanup is that now we're getting into the basements. We're going to need people with strong backs and buckets and gloves because a lot of this is going to be manual, filling buckets up and carrying the buckets out and dumping and coming back in. We are talking about maybe getting some kind of sludge company in here to come suck that out, or we just had our controller was talking about what they're doing in Breakneck because they're flooding with clean water. and then sucking it out, and it's completely getting it out.
Oh, great.
So that's an idea we're looking at doing right now. So we're gonna talk to some homeowners over here that express that, and hopefully we can get that taken care of for them tomorrow. But all in all, the most important thing, if anybody that can't come down, they can't do anything else, but they want to donate, please donate to the Connellsville Community Ministries.
Yeah, we're going to be talking to Chip here next. He's going to give us a little bit more of an idea.
And that money is what is going to be divided between the Connellsville residents and Bullskin, and that's going to go a long way. The more money we collect, the more money that we're going to be able to provide in assistance to these families that have been through to just complete disaster of their life. So we were just trying very hard, and we're not going to stop until every single person is taken care of. So.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you
and
all.
I'm sure
Thank you, Armstrong. Thank you for covering this.
Oh yeah, you're going to be seeing at least Rick and I down there helping out. We're going to put our boots on and our gloves, and we're going to do what we can.
Wonderful.
So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're going to be talking briefly with Chip Rowan of the Connellsville Area Community Ministries. His organization actually is leading the donations that are helping out these folks here, and Chip's going to tell us a little bit about what they really need. Thank you, Chip. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Marilyn. Appreciate you giving us the opportunity.
Oh, sure. What can we do? What can people donate? What do you need?
The community has been wonderful to respond for the help that is needed, and we've received a lot of supplies, as in cleaning supplies and water, bottled water, and all of that stuff that was needed early on. Right now, the biggest need is actually monetary. We have folks here that have lost a lot of things in their homes, such as water heaters and appliances, and we're going to need resources to help them replace that. So we're encouraging you, if you want to help, to send a donation. You can send it to Connellsville Area Community Ministries. Our address is 110 West Crawford Avenue, Connellsville, PA 15425. Checks can be made payable to the ministry, and you can abbreviate that by putting CACM, which is a little shorter.
Okay.
And in the memo line, put flood relief. And those funds will be used just for the flood relief. We're actually going to be working to help folks in all of the municipalities that have been affected. So that's the city of Connellsville, Connellsville Township, and Bullskin Township. All of the money will be used to help those. And the plan is to put together a team of people to help us actually distribute this money. Okay. So it won't just be the ministry deciding that. There is a meeting on Friday and Saturday at the middle school, which I call Junior High East. And it's from 10 to 6 on Friday and Saturday. And that's an opportunity to meet all the agencies, all the faith-based agencies, churches, agencies, or Salvation, like yes, correct, Red Cross, all be there in one location. Set up at tables, and you can go around and talk to them. So we encourage, and actually you really need to do this if you've been affected by the flood. This is how you're going to get help from us financially, is to be part of that process, so we can see what your needs are. And when we find out what your needs are, we can allot the money so that it will help.
And also, too, unfortunately, a lot of folks down here lost their vehicles as well, so they may not have transportation. So there's actually talk of a shuttle that you folks are going to have to actually be able to take them.
We are making arrangements with the county that the FAC bus will actually be coming here. I don't have the times yet because this was just put together like an hour ago, but we will have times, and we're going to advertise that in the affected communities about what time the buses will be here to pick them up, take them to the middle school, and then to bring them back.
Okay, wonderful. And one thing Chip did, he addressed the crowd earlier before he was gracious enough to speak with us for a little bit. They appreciate donations, but they don't need any clothing right now.
That is correct. Thank you for reminding me. At Community Ministries, you folks are just so generous all year long. We actually have a full basement. Our basement is 10,500 square feet, and it is already full of clothes. So we already have enough clothes to meet this need. So don't bring us more for this purpose, because it'll actually cause more of a problem than it'll help. So we don't need clothing right now. We have clients who need clothing, but we already have that and can help them. So that's not going to help us at this point. So monetary donations are the best. Money actually works and does wonders. So
and
appreciate
in this case,
that.
It can really make a big difference.
It can make a big difference. And thank you to those who've already given. I mean, we had a steady flow of people coming in today bringing checks, everything from personal checks to business checks to organization checks. So thank you to the community for helping out. You've been great.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it. As you see and as you've heard, any little bit that you can do will help. Monetary, or if you have a little bit of manpower that you can donate, anything can really, really help these people realize that there is possibly a silver lining to the very dark cloud that has fallen over Connellsville and the surrounding areas. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always call City Hall. It's 724-628-2020. Someone will be there to answer your questions. And I also did want to point out, too, that the Red Cross is actually going to be stationed at the Connellsville Township Fire Department from 10 to 7 every day, now for a long time. I talked to one of the representatives. He said they are there to help with monetary donations for folks that do need it, that have been displaced because of the flood. So again, folks, thank you. Thank you for staying tuned. Please, if you can, do something to help our neighbors. There's nothing like being able to reach out and help each other. Thank you.